As you find your seats, thank you for, again, taking the time of your day to be with us. As we leave today, there will be box lunches handed to you. Please take them. If you don't want them, please leave them with the homeless. But it's a good box lunch. But, you know, I know how box lunches are. But take them with you as you go. A few more finding your seats until the secretary reads the results of the vote. But we will go forward together, no matter the outcome. Brother Secretary?
Mr. Chairman.
Hey, hang on. Gotta get you alive.
Mr. Chairman, there were 260 votes cast. There were 9 abstentions and 2 blanks. But of the 260 votes that we received, 209 voted yes. 51 no. That's an 80-20 split. 80% voted in favor.
This is not a surprise to those of us who have been listening carefully around this union. What does this say to the world church? I know the burden on Elder Wilson's heart. You heard his appeal. And I've been to many parts of the world because of how this union is so proactive in trying to share the mission overseas, and especially in the area of healthcare and education. I know the challenge, some of the challenges that he will face, and I want you to know that I appeal to all of you to pray for our General Conference leadership. I'm thankful for Elder Wilson being here today, Elder Cooper, and the others who've come from the General Conference, and of course, Elder Dan Jackson from our division. In fact, just a moment, Elder Jackson, I want you to come and pray for us as our division leader. The interesting task you have ahead of you is that you have other sessions like this to experience. One on August 19, we know for sure, and from indicators that I've received from other union presidents, you may have some more. This is not an easy time for the church, but it is the time for the church. And we have come to this time. I also grew up in the Columbia Union, born in Hershey. I've been telling my wife for years I'm a sweet guy. Blue Mountain Academy, I followed my 6 brothers and sisters through Blue Mountain Academy. Then on to Columbia Union College then, and now WAU. And I never thought I'd ever come back to the Columbia Union. When I lived out in the West, was president of the Washington Conference, I said to my wife many days, I don't ever want to live back in that humidity. I'm so glad to be out here on the West Coast. But 10 years ago, the Lord called me back here. And here we are today. I didn't ever dream for this day. I never dreamt for this to happen. But as one General Conference leader told me this week, Dave, you're between a rock and a hard place. But at the end of the day, you will be like Saul to Israel in this event. When Saul said, if anybody does something today, I take a vow, I will take their life. And who was the life he was going to have to take? Jonathan, his own son. And Israel said to him, you will not do it. That General Conference leader said to me, Dave, that is your constituency. You must go with what your constituents do. So I'm with you, constituents. It will not be an easy road. We'll work together. But we are part of the worldwide church. And we are united in the mission of the worldwide church. And I don't know how God intends to use this to be a part of the great revival that will move across North America, but I am here today to say I want to be a part of that revival. And I want my sisters and the mothers and the daughters to stand with me. And I want those young children, those young girls who feel the call in their heart when they're just teenagers to say, yes, I can go forth and I can serve. I've often said in this whole conversation, who are we silencing who God has called? I've heard too many speeches where dads have said to daughters, honey, you can't do this because the church will not recognize you like they'll recognize a man. It's time for that to be over. Let's go forward together. We are part of the mission to preach the good news of Christ soon coming. Jesus is going to come soon.